announcement from the Spaceman Party.
Punman, you're supposed to single me when the video starts. Hello everybody, Kane Spacerose, and I am here to speak to you from the heart of the Spaceman Party. Not from the fart. Well, maybe we are farting. We are the Spaceman Party, and we do love to scream and fart. The Spaceman Party is here, as well as myself, to speak to you about several questions that have been raised in the last few days. First, I want to address the accusations of campaign finance violations, which we have done none. This campaign is being purely paid for and sponsored by Setcom Steve's stolen credit card, which I did not steal. It may have been pun. But also, on the subject of Setcom, the Spaceman Party is the only party fully endorsed by NT, Nanotracin, and has its full backing and support, as well as its military, death squads, and endless supplies of baked beans. Yes, Nanotracin baked beans for everybody. Other matters. I know some parties are offering you free hats now. Well, the Spaceman Party has something better than free hats. We have free safety hats. Yes, you will all get a free safety hat as part of my actions as mayor. Everyone will enjoy the safety hat and be safe. Next, I would like to move on to some other things. Compromise. Well, the Spaceman Party will compromise or not compromise. It doesn't matter either way because I'm lazy and I'm going to stay in my chair. And speaking of bureaucracy, as I told you before, the Spaceman Party is a very pro-bureaucracy group. And I will wrangle bureaucracy into the most powerful bureaucracy ever, with papers that explain papers that explain papers, to the point where nothing can get done with bureaucracy, but everything seems to run smoothly, and you don't know which way things are coming or going, but you still get your paycheck every day. You may get fired and never know that you got fired, because we'll keep sending you your paper check because we're too lazy to fill out the form that says you don't get a paper check anymore. Also, you may be labeled as dead, and we may never bring you back to life, but being dead is like being in the second dimension. You don't pay taxes. Next, some parties have said things about weapons, and that they want to arm everybody. Well, the Spaceman Party has no problems with arming the masses. Actually, I will give Cargonia full license to sell and move as many guns as they want, and they will supply you with all the firepower you will ever need. The Spaceman Party is also a pro-lamp, pro-sun party. Though some of you may hate the sun, for you folks we'll provide large umbrellas, ponchos, or a small community with a large disc that will block out the sun like a mad scientist. And finally, I like to move on to the statement that a particular party says everybody will get one large long hot dog. Hey, one large long hot dog per person is great. But remember, the Spaceman Party is cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. And that means Charlie Cheeseburger is going to supply you with some of the best cheeseburgers in this sector of space. Nobody makes a cheeseburger as cheesy or great as Charlie Cheeseburger. Just don't ask for Coke, don't ask for fries, and you'll get the meal of your lifetime. Now, to everybody out there in Oxlandia, I ask you to vote Kane Spacerose from the deepest part of my heart. But you don't have to. I'm not your dad. I'm not NT. I mean, NT staff, you kind of don't have a choice there, and I'm not the Death Squad, so I can't force you to go in that vote booth and vote for who you want. But you vote who you like, who you want, and how you want. That is your right as an Oxlandian. It is also your right as an Oxlandian not to vote. But remember, Hexers are cooler than Urbies, and you can get 2 Hexers per every Urbie, and I will put a Hexer in every garage. Thank you, people. Cut, Pun, roll the music. Pun, roll the music.
This ad was paid for with Sitcom Steve's stolen credit card.